Expand your knowledge of science and prepare yourself for life in an increasingly technological world. Watch the Social Security Board Junior Science Quiz, Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. on ABS TV. Get up close to science.
Good evening and welcome to the first encounter in the 2018 Antigua and Barbuda Social Security Board Junior Science Quiz. I have been waiting for this day for a very long time. It seemed as if we were here just a few months ago and everyone has been asking, when are we going to resume this competition? So I'm telling you now, we are ready to resume. And this evening, we have 3 teams for you. You would remember that last year we really changed the setup for you. We'll have a 3-team competition, and just remember, the 2 teams with the highest scores will advance on to the next round. So this evening we have the St. Mary's Secondary School, the Otis Comprehensive School, and the Antigua Girls High School. Let us meet our competitors for this evening. From the St. Mary's Secondary School, we have Mr. Matthew Caesar, Kamaya Geese, is it? Did I get it correct?
It's Kamaya Gussie.
Gussie, you'll forgive me, yes? Good. Kamaya Gussie. Let's give another round of applause. I made a mistake there. Good. And we also have Mr. Jamal Christian. Jamal, I don't often see that name spelled with a J-I. It's either J-A or something like that. Interesting version of that. So Jamal Christian. So there we have it. St. Mary's Secondary School. Let's give them an extra round of applause. So Ms. Gussie is the captain for her team this evening. From the Otis Comprehensive School, we have Miss Alia Simmons. Good evening, Alia.
Good evening.
Good. Patrika Price. Good evening, Patrika. And also Ezra Martin. Good evening, Ezra. Good evening, Ezra. Excellent. And Ezra is the captain of his team this evening. Did you hear that? Good evening. Let's speak into the mic. Let's hear that big manly voice.
Good evening.
Here we have it. Good evening, Ezra. From the Antigua Girls High School, we have Miss Elisa Ling. Good evening to you, Elisa. We also have Alana Daniel.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. And someone who's no stranger to this set because she also featured last year for the Antigua Girls High School, Miss Amaya James.
Good evening.
Good evening, and Amaya is the captain for her team this evening, hoping to use all of the experience she got last year as a junior member of that team to really lead this outfit this evening. So there we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, you are reminded again that this is primarily a team competition. In the first round, we will have our team buzzer round, and of course we know that all of our buzzers are working. We've tested them off camera. Let's give them a test on camera. There we have it. Fantastic. Otis Comprehensive. Great. Antigua Girls High. So there we have it, viewers. All of our cameras are working. And just perchance that I should perhaps miss one of the buzzers as they go on, or I should miss one of your answers as you offer them, I have a panel of persons who will assist me with that. Our judges, let us meet them this evening. From the Antigua Girls High School, we have Miss Asha Andrew. From the Otis Comprehensive School, Miss Marion Price. From the St. Mary's Secondary School, Mr. Winston Ainsworth. And our neutral judge, Mr. Anthony Spencer from the Ministry of Education. Also assisting us with keeping time this evening is Mr. Sylvanus Barnes. And assisting us on the clicker is Mr. Akeem Francis. So there we have it. All of the rules have been explained to the participants, and so we are ready to begin. We will begin with our team buzzer round. Any member of the team may buzz in here, students. However, we expect that all answers must come through the captain or someone else designated by the captain to answer. I'll invite you to speak loudly so that we may be able to properly distinguish your words. We are now ready to begin. Question number 1. What word is used to describe the specific process of taking air into the lungs? St. Mary's Secondary.
Respiration.
That is incorrect. Question number 2. Name the acid found in lemons. Antigua Girls High.
Citric acid.
Citric acid is correct. Question number 3. A little bit belated otters. Question number 3. Where in the body is the patella found? Antigua Girls High.
The leg.
I don't think we're looking for something a little bit more specific than that. And the correct answer in this case would have been the what? It would have been the knee. That's right. Would have been the knee. Where does fertilization normally take place in Antigua Girls High?
Ovary.
That is incorrect. I'm sorry. The correct answer there, or the full reading of the question should have stated, where does fertilization normally take place in humans? And that would have been in either the fallopian tube or what we know as the oviduct alternatively. Question number 5. What is the SI unit for measuring area? Others Comprehensive School.
Team.
Excuse me, sir.
Cubic meter.
I'm sorry. That is incorrect. Question number 6. Which state of matter has the strongest force of attraction between the particles? Antigua Girls High.
Solids.
Solids is correct. Question number 7. Which part of the ear collects the sound waves? St. Mary's Secondary.
The pinna.
Thank you very much. That is correct. Question number 8. Which element has the symbol Ag? Antigua Girls High.
Helium.
That is incorrect. The correct answer there would be?
Mercury.
The correct answer would be silver. Ag. That's correct. That's right. So we move right along then. We move right along. Question number 9.
Ready?
Name the instruments used to measure the period of a pendulum. Antigua Girls High.
A timer.
We will accept timer. Thank you very much. I knew that one was going to throw you for a curve, yes? So we would have accepted either the timer, clock, watch, whatever the case might be. I saw some confused faces a while ago. Question number 10. Give the common name for sodium chloride. St. Mary's Secondary. That is time. I'm sorry, St. Mary's. The correct answer there would have been common salt. Common salt. We've come to the end of round number 1. Let's have a word from our sponsors. We will return with the team explanation round. Do stay with us, viewers. We'll be right back.
Expand your knowledge of science and prepare yourself for life in an increasingly technological world. Watch the Social Security Board Junior Science Quiz, Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. on ABS TV. Get up close to science.
And welcome back, viewers. Thank you for staying with us. We've had one round already, and we see the St. Mary's Secondary School emerging from that round with some 10 points. Otters Comprehensive School, you're yet to get out of the blocks, so you're going to get some points in this round, certain to give you some additional boost. You're still on 0. Antigua Girls High School, you've been able to amass a total of 40 points. So it is 10, 0, 40 after the end of the first round. Round number 2 is our team explanation round. All answers in this round are expected to come through the captain, or the captain may choose to designate someone else to answer. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well. You will be required to provide the units of measurement where necessary. We will begin with the St. Mary's Secondary School and your first question. You're also reminded that the questions are not transferable. So when it's incorrect, it is done. Question number 1. Yes, it is a team effort. Explain what is a semi-permeable membrane. Explain what is a semi-permeable membrane.
Small particles to pass through. Say it. No, you say it.
A semi-permeable membrane is a membrane that only makes very small particles to pass through.
Judges will accept that. So thank you very much. Put your hands together for the St. Mary's Secondary School. Others comprehensive, your first question. Explain what is diffusion. Explain what is diffusion.
Diffusion is moving a particle from high concentrate to a particles with low concentrate.
Thank you very much. We will accept that. Let's put our hands together for them. Very good. Antigua Girls High School, your first question. Explain what is osmosis. Explain what is osmosis.
Osmosis is the net movement of water particles from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration through a semi-permeable membrane.
Thank you very much. Very good answer. And now we are back at the St. Mary's Secondary. Your second question. Convert 180 seconds to minutes. Convert 180 seconds to minutes.
1 minute and 20 seconds. Your boy is stupid. Your boy won.
Guys. Okay, so 120.
And that is time. I'm sorry, you missed the clock. You missed the clock, so I'm so sorry. The correct answer in this case would have been?
3 minutes.
3 minutes, that is correct. Remember, there's 60 seconds, 1 minute. Good. Others Comprehensive School. How many hours are there in a day and a half? How many hours are there in a day and a half?
– 36 hours.
36 hours is in fact correct. Antigua Girls High. Convert 2.3 meters to millimeters. I'll repeat. Convert 2.3 meters to millimeters. And that is time, I'm sorry. The correct answer here is? I'm sorry? 2300. That would have been the correct answer. So we return to the St. Mary's Secondary School. Remember, these questions are made for you to just think a little bit. So don't be afraid, just think quickly and go back to the principles that you know very well. Your final question, St. Mary's Secondary. Explain what is kinetic energy. Explain what is kinetic energy.
Kinetic energy is energy in motion.
We will accept, judges. Thank you very much. Others Comprehensive School, your final question. What are fossil fuels? What are fossil fuels?
Fossil fuels are fuels that came from the environment, that come from like livestock like 1,000 years or years ago, like that. To use to make energy and gas and something like that. I don't know.
Judges, I'm having a little challenge with that answer. I don't think we can give that one. It's not very clear. Thank you very much, Others Comprehensive. Unfortunately, we cannot accept that answer. Again, fossil fuel is made from the remains of dead plants and animals. Yes, dead plants and animals. And of course, it must be there under pressure for a great number of years. I think you started to imply that. But livestock, you said. I think that's the section that I was not particularly comfortable with. Okay? Antigua Girls High School, your final question. And the final question of this round, explain what is biogas. Explain what is biogas.
Biogas is a resource that is derived from the environment.
Sorry, that too is also insufficient, so we cannot give you that correct. Okay, so it's the breakdown of organic material in the absence of oxygen. All right, the breakdown of the organic material in the absence of oxygen. So there we have it. We've come to the end of round number 2. Let us put our hands together for our competitors. We'll have a word from our sponsor. We'll be right back.
Expand your knowledge of science and prepare yourself for life in an increasingly technological world. Watch the Social Security Board Junior Science Quiz, Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. on ABS TV. Get up close to science.
And welcome back, viewers. Thank you for staying with us. Here we have it. We've completed 2 rounds so far. At the end of round number 1, Otis Comprehensive School, you came out of that round without any points at all. You were able to recover, certainly in the second round. I think you'll be very happy to know that. Let me give you the scores after round number 2. St. Mary's Secondary School, after 2 rounds, 40 points. Otis Comprehensive School, 30 points. And the Antigua Girls High, 55 points. I was stealing 10 points away from you there a while ago. I apologize. So there we have it again. 40 points to St. Mary's Secondary, 30 to the Otis Comprehensive, and 55 to the Antigua Girls High School. We are now at our clicker round. In this round, we'll ask a total of 5 questions. Each person who's a member of a team will be allowed to select the appropriate answer using your clickers. Your clickers in hand now. You are reminded that you'll have 10 seconds within which to key in your response. Please pay attention to the screen in front of you. Question number 1. In the diagram, which letter represents a ball and socket joint? Which letter represents a ball and socket joint? And all votes have been keyed in. The correct answer there was... It's okay to respond. Correct answer was in fact A. All right? Correct answer was A. Question number 2. The diagram shows a metal ball hanging from a string. Which one of the following statements about the diagram is true? Which one of the following statements about the diagram is true? And that is time. That is time. I noticed not all members of the panel would have keyed in a response. In this case, the correct answer is? C. The correct answer is, in fact, C. Gravity was acting on that body. Question number 3. Which of the following will not change as water freezes? Which of the following will not change as water freezes? All votes have been keyed in, and that is time. The correct answer here is? Correct answer is mass B. That is correct. Question 4. Which of the following substances is magnetic? Which of the following substances is magnetic? With 2 seconds left. All answers have been keyed in. That is time. The correct answer is? Look at these faces up there. The correct answer is cobalt. Cobalt. Question number 5. And the final question in this round. If a local restaurant is overrun by rats, who, and let's hope this doesn't happen, who is the most suitable person to contact to handle the matter? If a local restaurant is overrun by rats, who is the most suitable person to contact to handle the matter? And that is time. The correct answer in this case is what?
B.
B, that is the Chief Health Inspector. Very well, there we have it. Rather breezy round for you, easy breezy, yes? Let's have a word from our sponsors. We'll find out just how well you did once we return. We'll be right back, viewers.
Expand your knowledge of science and prepare yourself for life in an increasingly technological world. Watch the Social Security Board Junior Science Quiz, Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. on ABS TV. Get up close to science.
And welcome back, viewers. Thank you for staying with us. So I told you it's going to be interesting this evening. Let me give you the breakdown, however. In round number 3, the St. Mary's Secondary School, you were able to amass a total of 35 points. Others Comprehensive School, 45 points. Antigua Girls High, 35 points. St. Mary's Secondary School, 75 points. Others Comprehensive School, 75 points. Antigua Girls High, 90 points. And it's still anyone's competition. Unfortunately, we will have to say goodbye, though for a short moment, to the Others Comprehensive School and the Antigua Girls High. They will make their way out of studio. Then we will return with the Beat the Clock round on the St. Mary's Secondary. All right, so we want to welcome back the St. Mary's Secondary School. St. Mary's, you've had an opportunity to discuss strategy. You know you will have 60 seconds in which to answer as many questions as possible. I invite you to speak clearly and loudly so that the judges may hear your responses. In the interest of time, I will not indicate whether your responses are correct or incorrect, so I will just continue to read them as they are. Please note, however, that as the questions are read, if you are uncertain or you're unable to answer a question, please indicate to me to pass, and they will then move on and give you another question. If you do not indicate to me to pass, I will have to wait until you offer a response, at which time you will lose some valuable seconds. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
So your 60 seconds begin now. What is the color of red litmus in pure water?
Red.
What is the smallest bone in the human body?
Stirrup.
How many teeth does an adult human normally have?
32.
How many atoms of oxygen are there in 1 molecule of water?
3.
True or false? All herbivores are primary consumers.
Pass.
What group of vertebrates does a bat belong to?
Pass.
Where in the body is the salivary amylase found?
In the
Mouth.
Which deficiency disease is caused by a lack of protein in the body?
Pass.
What quantity is found using the formula half base times height?
Pass.
Pass.
What organ does a neurologist specialize in?
Brain.
True or false? Frosted glass is opaque.
True.
What is the most abundant gas in the air?
Nitrogen.
Which object is the Earth's closest neighbor in space?
Mars.
What device is used to open and close a circuit?
Pass.
And that is time. That is time. So there we have it. Let's give them a round of applause. We'll find out just how well they did in the final analysis. So we want to welcome the team from the Others Comprehensive back into studio. By your orientation, I note that the captain will be answering, Ezra. Is that correct? I invite you then to speak clearly and loudly so that the judges may hear your response. Please note that in the interest of time, I will not indicate whether your answers are correct or incorrect. Additionally, if you do not know the answer or you're unable to answer a particular question, please indicate to me to pass. Otherwise, I will have to wait until you offer a response, at which time the clock continues to run down. Is that clear? I'm expecting that all of the responses will be coming from you. This is a team effort. Huddle a little closer and we will get started. Your 60 seconds will begin now. What is the color of red litmus in pure water?
Blue.
What is the smallest bone in the body, in the human body?
Pass.
How many teeth does an adult human normally have?
206.
How many atoms of oxygen are there in 1 molecule of water?
3.
True or false? All herbivores are primary consumers.
False.
What group of vertebrates does a bat belong to?
Mammal.
Where in the body is the salivary amylase found?
Pass.
Which deficiency disease is caused by a lack of protein in the body?
Kwashiorkor.
What quantity is found using the formula half base times height?
Pass.
What organ does a neurologist specialize in?
Repeat, please.
What organ does a neurologist specialize in?
Brain.
True or false? Frosted glass is opaque.
Pass.
What is the most abundant gas in the air?
Nitrogen.
Which object is the Earth's closest neighbor?
Venus.
That is time. Thank you very much for your effort at the Beat the Clock round. By your orientation, I know that you will be answering for your team. Amaya? Good. You were reminded that you will have 60 seconds in which to answer as many questions as possible. If you do not know the answer to a question, please indicate to me to pass. Otherwise, I'll have to wait for a response from you. Okay? Also, I will not indicate whether your answers are correct or incorrect. I want to give you as much time as possible to get through as many questions as possible. I invite you to huddle a little closer and get ready for your Beat the Clock. Antigua Girls High, your 60 seconds begin now. What is the color of red litmus in pure water?
Red.
What is the smallest bone in the human body?
Ossicles.
How many teeth does an adult human normally have?
263.
How many atoms of oxygen are there in one molecule of water?
1.
True or false? All herbivores are primary consumers.
True.
What group of vertebrates does a bat belong to?
Mammals.
Where in the body is salivary amylase found?
The mouth.
Which deficiency disease is caused by a lack of protein in the body?
Pass.
What quantity is found using the formula half base times height?
Area of a triangle.
What organ does a neurologist specialize in?
The brain.
True or false? Frosted glass is opaque.
True.
What is the most abundant gas in the air?
Nitrogen.
Which object is the Earth's closest neighbor in space?
The moon.
Which device or what device is used to open and close a circuit?
Switch.
In academic circles, what does the abbreviation BSc stand for? You may answer.
Bachelors of Science.
Thank you very much. Let us give them a round of applause. Thank you for your effort all. We will have a word from our sponsors and return with the final scores. Viewers, stay with us. We want to know which two teams will be proceeding on to the next round. We'll be right back.
Expand your knowledge of science and prepare yourself for life in an increasingly technological world. Watch the Social Security Board Junior Science Quiz, Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. on ABS TV. Get up close to science.
So there we have it. We've completed this evening's encounter. And I'm sure you're keen on finding out just which two teams will be moving on to the next round. Let me give you the breakdown. In round number 4, the St. Mary's Secondary School, you were able to amass a total of 60 points. Others Comprehensive School, total of 40 points. Antigua Girls High, total of 110 points. In the final analysis, the St. Mary's Secondary School, 135 points. Others Comprehensive School, 115 points. And the Antigua Girls High School, 200 points. I wish to thank all of you for choosing to participate as ambassadors of your schools this evening. You have all done commendably well. And at this point, I wish to offer the captains, the respective captains, an opportunity to say a few words of thank you to the persons who were instrumental in their preparation and perhaps those who came along to support, or even those who might not have been present here with you today. So I'll begin with the St. Mary's Secondary.
Good afternoon, one and all. Moderators, the judges, and visiting friends. Firstly, I would like to thank God for bringing us here safely and allowing a successful competition. I would also like to acknowledge my principal, Mr. Phillip, and my teachers, Mr. Horton, Ms. Richardson, and Mr. Ainsworth, who prepared us and my teammates quite well thoroughly for this competition. To our parents, thanks for the support and encouragement. And lastly, I would like to thank the former Junior Science Quiz team, Joshua Rabis, Nikki Smith, and Gemini Crandon, who took the time out to help us. And also thanks to my opponent, Girls School, and the Artist Comprehensive School for our successful competition. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very well said. Ezra?
Hello. First of all, I would like to thank the judges, my teacher, Miss Price, my principal, Miss Half, everyone in the audience to be here. I'd like to thank Antigua Girls High School, St. Mary Academy. I would thank everyone for having us here. It was a great competition. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much, Ezra. Maya?
Firstly, I'd like to thank God for giving us life today and allowing us to be here. We'd like to give thanks also to our teachers, Miss Lewis, Miss Boudou, Miss Andrew, who took time out of their busy schedule to assist us here today. We'd also like to give thanks to our other classmates, standby team, peers, other teachers, and also our principal for giving us the mental support here today. I'd also like to thank my team for being so supportive. We're also going to commend the St. Mary's team and the Artist Comprehensive for being such good opponents. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very well said. And certainly the results of this evening's encounter will indicate to us that the Antigua Girls High School and the St. Mary's Secondary School will advance to the next round. So let's put our hands together again for them. We certainly look forward to engaging them in that particular round. Again, I think it was a very good opening competition. There was an issue of nerves, certainly, which seemed to have occupied our thoughts and attention in the initial phase. But I think you eventually worked your way out of it. And I really want to thank you for being good ambassadors of your school. Artist Comprehensive School, we say goodbye to you here. But may you continue to follow this particular series so that you can continue to use it as a learning experience also. Okay, so again, thank you very kindly. Ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. We've come to the end. We certainly wish to say thank you to our judges who assisted us tonight, Miss Andrew, Miss Price, Mr. Ainsworth, Mr. Spencer, also Mr. Barnes on our timer, Mr. Francis who operated our clicker machine, to all of the beautiful people who joined us in-house as well. Though they may have seemed a little lethargic, I think they picked up at the end, yes? Am I correct? You picked up at the end? That sounds better. Very good, very good. And so we certainly look forward to coming your way again, into your living rooms, into your bedrooms, wherever you choose to watch us. Remember that this is a family show. So next time around, invite all of the children, invite the adults as well, to join you in front of the television, and let's live this educational experience together. It has been my wonderful pleasure. I've been your moderator, Ashworth Azil. Do join us again when we come your way again next week with the second of the series of the encounters in the 2018 series of the Antigua and Barbuda Social Security Board Junior Science Quiz. Until then, good evening and God bless you.
Expand your knowledge of science and prepare yourself for life in an increasingly technological world. Watch the Social Security Board Junior Science Quiz, Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. on ABS TV. Get up close to science.
Visit us on Facebook at Ministry of Education, Science and Technology-Education Broadcasting Unit.